And we do have breaking news this noon. Miami Senator Frank Artiles has resigned over those racial comments he made earlier this week. He used the N-word and other offensive language while speaking to two black senators, touching off a political firestorm.
We have team coverage with Glenna Milberg live at a protest rally in downtown Miami. But we begin our coverage with senior political reporter Michael Putney, who just spoke with a state lawmaker who was there when Artiles made his offensive comments. Michael?
And Nicole and Christie, Senator Perry Thurston of Fort Lauderdale just gave us a heads up that a resignation of Artiles was in the works. Minutes ago, we learned, in fact, that Senator Artiles had resigned. Here is a letter of resignation from Senator Artiles. In it, he says, it's a rather succinct statement from Senator Artiles. He says, "My actions and my presence in government is now a distraction to my colleagues, the legislative process, and the citizens of our state. And I am responsible, I am accountable, and effective immediately. I am resigning from the Florida Senate. It is clear there are consequences to every action. And in this area, I will need time for personal reflection and growth." The resignation is a direct result of a racist rant by Artiles on Monday night in Tallahassee. It happened at an upscale club when Artiles approached a table of fellow state senators and started arguing aggressively with one of them, Senator Audrey Gibson of Jacksonville. Also at that table was Senator Perry Thurston of Fort Lauderdale. This morning, he described exactly what happened.
And so they went on for a while, and it seemed like there was just normal conversation. And I heard the term girl and the B word being used, but I didn't think much of it till one of the other guests asked him, do you think grown women want to be referred to as girls and Bs?
Artiles went on to repeatedly use the N-words. Reaction to his resignation now is coming in from Senator Oscar Brannon of North Miami, who is the Senate Minority Leader. He says in the statement, "I take no pleasure in these unfortunate events, but I urge that we learn from them. We cannot afford the high cost that words of divisiveness and cruelty leave in their wake." We hope to hear directly at some point from Senator Artiles. I just got off the phone with his attorney in Tallahassee. He says Artiles probably is going to lay low for quite a while. There will be a special election to replace him. Reporting from the Breaking News Desk, Michael Putney, Local 10 News.
And we have team coverage on this big breaking story. News of Artiles' resignation is spreading quickly through the community. Local 10's Glenna Milberg is live in downtown Miami, where people gathered in protest against the former state senator. Glenna.
And it was here that they learned of the resignation. This protest was not a big one, not certainly like we've seen the days this week against what Frank Artiles said and had done. This one was lawmakers, largely local elected officials, and it soon turned into a celebration instead of a protest. Very few people here, but their sentiments were what we have been hearing just all week long since the news broke that Senator Artiles and what he had done and what Michael Putney has just described through social media and texting. They found this morning that their calls for his resignation all week were indeed answered today. This is not a partisan issue. We're finding that what he did was really just mortifying to people across party line, across gender line, across ethnic lines. And so his resignation comes today as good news to so many people here. One of the people here was former state Senator Dwight Bullard, who actually had that seat that Artiles just resigned from and lost that seat to Frank Artiles in the last election.
There's an entire district that you have to be responsible for. And so those attitudes, pervasive attitudes that came through in those sentiments were not representative of the district and the kind of folks that he represents.
We are learning from Artiles' colleagues that at first he was not going to resign. He did, as you see, hire a lawyer. He was going to fight it. It was going through the process, the Senate process, and a special master who was to issue a report on Tuesday. But colleagues are telling us that it became increasingly obvious to him that because this was such a bipartisan kind of shock and awe at what he said and had done, that it was not going to be something that he could recover from professionally. I'm Glenna Milberg, live in Miami this afternoon, Local 10 News.